everyone! Today we will be explaining, coding, and showing you how to use the temperature sensor in Tinkercad. So without further ado, let's begin. The first thing we need to do is to firstly put the Arduino with a breadboard and put the LEDs in it and the temperature sensor. Let's not forget that each LED, for the green, the yellow, and the red one, the right LED or the anode has to have a resistor and it needs to be connected to the Arduino on a pin where we can configure it. And the other leg, the cathode, needs to be connected to the ground. And the temperature sensor has three legs. One that is designated for energy, the other one for ground, and the last one for an analog pin that is A0 and will be specified on the code.
Now that we're going to the code, make sure it is on text and erase any pre-existing code except of the loop and the setup. On the header, we're going to declare the variables. The first one is going to be the sensor T that defines that the temperature sensor is connected to pin A0. The second variable is going to be temp that initializes the variable temp to store the temperature value. Then on the setup function, we configure the variable sensor T as an input pin and set up the serial communication at 9600 baud. Pins 8, 5, and 4 are set as outputs to control the red, yellow, and green LEDs respectively.
Going to the void section of this code, we will firstly need to create a new variable called sensor value, which will be in charge of storing the information captured from the sensor T variable. That's why it has an analog read. Then we'll get another variable called voltage, which will transform the value given by sensor T to voltage. And that's why we have the formula of sensor value times 5 divided by 1023, 5 being the limit of volts the Arduino can have, and 123 the limit of digits the Arduino can captivate. And finally, we get a third variable called temp, which will transform the voltage value to temperature, to Celsius degrees to be more specific. And the formula is voltage minus 0.5 times 100. And finally, we get a serial print, which will record on the serial monitor the temperature and specify that it is degrees Celsius.
Upcoming to the code, we are going to have a series of ifs. In the first one, the if temp measure to be between 0 and 15 degrees, in which the red and yellow LED are going to turn off, but the green LED is going to turn on. Next to it, we're going to have an else, and within it, we're having an if that declares the variable temp is going to measure between 16 and 25 degrees. The red LED is going to be off, the yellow LED is going to turn on, and the green LED is going to stay off. Then we're having an else, and within it, another if that is declaring the temp measures to be above 25 degrees, in which the red LED is going to turn on, and the yellow and green LED are going to turn off. Then we're having a final else, in which the temp is going to measure out the range of negative value, in which all the LEDs are going to turn off, respectively.
The tedious part of coding is now ready, and now we can try our code. So we start the simulation, and we see that it starts at 24 degrees, and the yellow LED will turn on. Then we change it to 9 degrees, and the green LED turns on. We change it to 37, and it turns to red. And we finally turn it to minus 40 degrees, and it turns off. So we see that everything is correct.
Well, thank you so much to all of you to come up to this part of the video. Thank you for your attention. We hope you understand, or at least now you know how to code a temperature sensor on the side of Tinkercad. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.